This is meteorologist Dan Baumgart with an updated weather briefing from the National Weather Service in La Crosse concerning a significant winter storm that will be moving through the area today. Some different points about this storm as it moves through. We are experiencing a wintry mix this morning across the area. That mix is a mix of some sleet, rain, freezing drizzle, and snow. There is a little bit of light icing that's occurring across northeast Iowa and southwest Wisconsin, and that's possible through the morning, through about mid-morning this morning. And then the brunt of the storm comes in as the storm tracks closer this afternoon, and tonight we expect heavy snow to break out across northern and central Iowa, extending into northwest Wisconsin, and then winds kicking in tonight with blizzard conditions and significant drifting this evening through Friday morning. This will last probably through the morning on Friday. The winds will diminish during the morning hours, and so will the snow. And so the weather really quiets down for Friday afternoon. Some changes this morning compared to some of our previous forecasts is much more warm air is getting drawn into the storm. And so southwest into central Wisconsin, we'll see now more rain and less snow than previous forecasts. So it looks like a rainy day for the most part over western Wisconsin, central Wisconsin, and along the Mississippi River south of I-90. Heavy snow has shifted a little bit to the west, about 1 to 2 counties. Some of the warmer air being wrapped in to the storm has allowed for us to downgrade the warnings to advisories, and I will show you for which area that is for. Here's our latest weather graphic, which depicts the weather we expect over the next 24 hours. Here in the pink is the area that we expect the morning mix as this precipitation wave moves through, and temperatures are still near freezing, so there is some light icing that can occur on back streets, untreated roads, and some of the gravel roads that might be out there. This area will predominantly change over to rain this afternoon, with waves of rain of up to a half of an inch coming through, and then change over to light snow, light to moderate snow this evening with 1 to 4 inches possible there, and then the winds will kick in area wide. Further west now, here is the heavy snow area depicted mainly over northeast Iowa and southeast Minnesota, extending into northwest Wisconsin. You can see there's an area of 10 to 14 inches that we expect that again will kick in the afternoon. By this evening, winds will start to increase, and we'll see significant blowing and drifting snow of that deep snow that we've laid down. And blizzard conditions are expected with whiteout conditions and impassable roads by late evening occurring over the blizzard warning area that we'll talk about shortly. There will be blowing and drifting anywhere in that fresh snowfall area tonight as winds kick up to 45 to 50 miles per hour. Here's the latest snowfall forecast on the right. You can see what we're expecting for this storm total now. We have storm totals in the 1 to 4 inch range in this blue to yellow area. We've taken, since our last forecast, you can see the 6-inch totals running much further east in Wisconsin, and so those have been pushed off to the northwest now, basically from Black River Falls through La Crosse into Houston County and then Decorah, Iowa, and back towards Waterloo. Look at the heavy snow for today, 12 to 13 inches expected by the end of this storm, and again the heavy snow kicking into gear in the afternoon. So through 9 a.m. we expect winter weather advisories to be in place across the area with a mix of precipitation coming through, then kind of a lull as the storm approaches and reorganizes as we go into the afternoon hours. And after 9 a.m. we have blizzard warnings that will be in effect until noon on Friday. Winter storm warnings further north of and northeast of La Crosse. Winter storm warnings. Blizzard warning is the main impact area we're really targeting for heavy snow and very strong winds tonight. And then winter weather advisories for those portions of central Wisconsin into southwest and extreme northeast Iowa. Is taking place through noon on Friday. Here's some of the current radar information that we're seeing. We're seeing this wave of precipitation move through. Then there's another lull across Iowa. That'll be moving in for the late morning hours, and then most of the weather you see over Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri will move in for the afternoon, and that is our heavy snow band forming through eastern Nebraska at this time. So just a snapshot of what the radar may look like at around noon today. You see that heavy snow band moving closer to southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa, and just some scattered showers around, probably some drizzle, possibly some freezing drizzle in there, maybe still a wintry mix, but should be mostly showery precipitation or a drizzle that's falling at noon. And heavy snow then moves in for 3 p.m. You can see the heavy snow out to the west here has moved into now northeast Iowa and southeast Minnesota by mid-afternoon, and also some reds and oranges seen over the Mississippi River area. That looks to be heavy rain and some thunder moving in at 3 p.m. As the low pressure center, now centered in eastern Iowa, continues to move northeast, by 6 p.m. a good deal of the heaviest snowfall is starting to shift off to the northeast. However, southeast Minnesota is still lingering in that heavy snow. We're expecting in the afternoon and early evening to see 1 to 2 inches per hour and possibly thunder snow. The other item depicted on this map is the area of winds from 30 to 50 miles per hour off to the west of the area, now coming into southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa. And then by 9 o'clock, you see a good deal of the heaviest precipitation is over northern Wisconsin, but still snowing over the local area, and the winds are now kicking into full force here at 30 to 50 miles per hour, and this area will spread north through the remaining part of the overnight. So our main impacts today are the mixed precipitation this morning, and we are getting some reports of light icing in some areas, especially the back roads. Heavy snow develops this afternoon over northeast Iowa and southeastern Minnesota. Snowfall rates will be 1 to 2 inches per hour, possibly thunder involved with that snow. The worst conditions again will be north and west of La Crosse. That will spread into northwest Wisconsin as the afternoon progresses. And then strong winds developing this evening with blizzard conditions and whiteouts over southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa. Significant drifting is possible there. We believe that roads will become impassable and we'll have stranded motorists. Winds will be in the 40 to 50 mile per hour range through about 3 a.m. Then they'll start to taper off somewhat but still be strong through the morning hours. Friday morning, the snow ends. Winds start to diminish through the day. Roads could still be impassable for some time in the open areas and in higher terrain. And there may be even some school closings on Friday mornings or delays. Thank you for attending and watching this video briefing from the National Weather Service in La Crosse.